What is CERT and what do they teach you? In this video, I'm going to explain just that.
I'm Michael Archuleta, and these are the things we need to know.
Like badass skills and tactics? Subscribe and hit the bell.
Hey Ninja, Michael here with Badass Mindset. So CERT is an acronym for Community Emergency Response Team. What that is a group of volunteers trained in basic emergency response skills. It isn't a job and it isn't an obligation, but it is a way to give back to your community and to augment your skill set. Here in America, to train for CERT, it's going to take you 3 weekends, both Saturday and Sunday, for about 4 hours each day. And the training is completed in 3 consecutive weekends. By the end of the training, you learn skills in about 6 different areas, and they give you a backpack with your PPE, your personal protection equipment, and some other tools you might need to help you get the job done. So the goal for CERT is to do the greatest good for the greatest amount of people. But before that, they emphasize that you take care of yourself and your family first and foremost. And that's why this is awesome, because we should be taking care of ourselves and our family and those around us the best that we can. And share this information with you in hopes that it helps you out as well. So one of the first things they go over is ICS, or an Incident Command System. And this is when you get to an emergency site and you gather with the people that are there and you create a chain of command in order to execute triage, search and rescue, light medical aid, and other things necessary to keep people safe and get the job done. The first things we learn is the different types of fires that can occur and how to extinguish them. After that, we learn how to triage or do basic medical assessments. And this is the basic assessment of a person's medical state. And we're gonna check for what they call the 3 killers, and that is the airway for breathing, bleeding, and shock, and how to address and treat those. There are different methods for each of them, obviously, and I will get to those in other videos. Next, we covered some light search and rescue. We talked about how to mark a building when we enter, how to conduct a basic indoor or outdoor search, and how to move or transport victims. We also learned how to crib and lift objects in order to extract someone who's stuck under something that's collapsed. Now, for the medical aspect, they touched on CPR, though we didn't really dive too deep into that. This wasn't a CPR certification course. But we went over some basics like clearing the airway as well as the count for when compressing on a chest. We also talked about cleaning a wound, dressing a wound, and if necessary, applying both an actual tourniquet and an improvised one. Now, I talk a lot about situational awareness, and the last thing we covered was terrorism and terrorism attacks. Now, as part of a CERT team, we're not going to be dispatched to a terrorism incident. That's beyond our realm. So under the CERT umbrella, that's not a concern of ours. But as a tactical civilian, that is something we are going to want to be aware of and know how to respond to. So they did touch on that as well, but the main thing that they stressed to us was to not respond to those incidents. Now for me, the training was awesome. I had a great time, I made some new friends, and learned a bunch of cool skills. I'll be sharing a lot of what I learned in upcoming videos, along with how it ties in with situational awareness and martial arts, and just all around being more tactical and practical in our day-to-day endeavors. If you have any experience with CERT or any questions about it, please tell me in the comments below. I'd love to know. Let's start a conversation. Hit that like button, and I'd love to be a part of your journey, so subscribe. And until next time, stay badass.